The earth is rare, and there's rare earth there, with long dead forests to frack, drill and mine, to warm the world and poison the air, until all the carbon's done. Then we'll dig up the lithium whilst those who still live can get irradiated by the nuclear waste that we've created. It's like watching a toddler put a finger into an electric socket. Such a beautiful planet with so many idiots on it. Adam Smith's sock problem. Sock, 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 emergency. There are no socks upon my feet. There are no socks as I can see. Sock, sock, socks, emergency. I woke up in the morning, birds are singing in the tree, but I see toes in front of me, so I seek socks with urgency. Sock, 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 emergency. There are no socks upon my feet. There are no socks that I can see. Sock, sock, socks immediately. My socks are very dirty, or my socks are soaking wet, but I gotta wear them or go barefoot. I got a marked absence of hosiery. It's a sock, 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 emergency. There are no socks upon my feet. There are no socks that I can see. Socks, 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 immediately. But am I going to sit here till my feet grow fur? No, I'm going to get up, get going, and be a sock entrepreneur. Sock, 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 emergency. There are no socks upon my feet. There are no socks that I can see. So I'm going to start a sock factory. I'm going to raise some capital. Going to go it alone, get the pros all knitting in a free trade zone. Sock, 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 emergency. There are no socks upon my feet. There are no socks that I can see. Make more socks immediately. Now I've started moving. I ain't going to stop like a shark in the water. I keep swimming or I drop. I won't let anyone else make any socks. Yes, it's a sock, sock, sock emergency. You all got to buy your socks from me. I've wiped out all competition, so now you see I've got a sock, sock, sock monopoly. If you have the money, why not spend it creating your very own miniature totalitarian state in your very own garden? Surround and secure your territory with hedges trimmed into regular rectangular configurations. Install wrought iron gates to control all migration. Only allow grass to grow in designated lawns and nowhere else. Ensure each blade of grass is cut exactly to a uniform length and that everyone is of the same species and colour. AstroTurf is not an acceptable substitute because it would not involve making living things submit to your will. Arrange other selected purebred plants at precisely equal intervals in borders that are made in accurate geometrical shapes. Only squares, parallelograms, and triangles will do. Use fire, iron, chemical and biological means to eradicate all intrusive plants, insects, invertebrates and other creatures. Install security lights and video to enhance surveillance. The sky may be unruly, the weather unpredictable, but just ignore them and gloat over your new horticultural order. If you get up early in summer, you may see me lazing, sunbathing in the first rays of the day, lying yawning content alone on the lawn that you thought you rented or even owned. You probably thought it was part of your home, but it's not. It's mine. And I've been living here all the time, making my bed under your garden shed. This whole street of discreet little English persons' castles, clenched tight by suburban arseholes, is not your land. It's mine. I hunt across it in my own time, and you seldom see me unless I want you to, and I show myself so that you can know clearly who is the true owner of the territory, the urbane suburban fox My compliments. That's me. Lilith leapt the electric fence. Maybe at the time it made sense to pounce, claws extended at a bird in flight, and so fall into freedom by accident. Or maybe she made a deliberate jailbreak because you've got to do what you've got to do to get out of the zoo, and who knows what a lynx thinks. But briefly, Lilith, the lynx got away, and she was no longer on display, no longer confined to be admired or ignored by the curious, the awestruck, or the bored peering through the wire. Perhaps real freedom then kicked in with no food and drink provided. Out in the woods and the fields and hills, she has to eat, she has to hunt and kill, and at first maybe she has an edge, since it must be centuries since any lynx walked and stalked along these thickets and hedges, so maybe some rabbits and mice, or a bird or two just turned too late and drew their last breaths between the jaws of golden-eyed death. Sadly, hunters can be hunted too, and Lilith could not be left to be free. She was the property of the zoo, and large predators in Britain just cannot be unless they're members of the bourgeoisie. Uncaught, Lilith caused official fear, alleged to pose a risk severe, so a killing bullet, not a tranquilizing dart, was sent to stop this beauty's heart, but the wheel will turn and justice will be done, and free once more Lilith will run, padding along on larger paws with longer, stronger, deadlier claws to return, reborn, a larger, fiercer cat. She'll rip the throats out of bureaucrats. I am an eagle. I live in a zoo. I don't like it much, and neither would you. I sat on my perch. I glared down at crowds. I dived in my mind between dreamed clouds. I sat on my perch. I stared at the wall, but I saw a sky with no bars at all. I sat on my perch. I shat on the floor. I tried to imagine what it feels like to soar. Then, God of eagles, may good luck for me. One unluck moment, enough to fly free. Life without a cage was too short and sweet. Wide London sky killed dogs to eat. I sat in my tree. I didn't know what to feel. I kept dreaming of bars and regular meals. I sat in my tree alone with the sky. I saw a warm cage. I'd no wish to fly. I sat in my tree. I knew I was tamed, made no move to escape when the dark gun was raised. I am an eagle. I live in a zoo. I don't like it much. Neither would you. In Spain, at Monfrag, 300 vultures live on a crag. I have seen them with my own eyes. They have seen me and ignored me, a fat man who gets out of a van and gapes up in awe. Some sit on ledges, some perch on edges, then let go to fall, spread wings and soar. They may circle and glide, find a thermal to ride in the spirals and gyres, higher and higher and higher, silently curving, intersecting, interlacing in a broad feathered dance in the sky, over the Taker's gorge, over the valleys and woods, up ever into pure azure, high above apes with their words. Hello, I'm a slug and I'm crawling out tonight, leaving a trail of slime because I'm going to unite with the headlouse, the woodlouse, the weevil and the rat, and also join up with several other species that are anti-charismatic in the public eye. But this is an injustice which we seek to rectify. None of us look striking, posing on mountain sides, migrating across savannas, or singing in the sky. We don't dive or leap majestically out of the ocean. Fine artists don't paint us to symbolize emotions or patriotism, freedom, and other noble notions. We don't roam in rainforests or tundras. We were stowaways on the ark, and where we live is called infested, never made a national park. No one will cross the world to see us, but to hear a gorilla fart, they'll fly all the way to Africa in a polluting jet plane. The gorilla farts, they gasp in glee and then fly back again. We won't sell you anything with cute faces or appealing eyes. The means of our own deaths are what we advertise. A picture of a cockroach sells tons of insecticide. We are vermin, pests, pariahs, carrion eating parasites. But when it all ends, we'll cut you down to size, because the corpse of one lion will feed 1,000 flies. The fascist cannon roared and Ken Philby saw the impact on blocks of workers' flats. That sight confirmed his intent to betray his class and build a better life for all. A century later, history repeats like a bad tune, playing over and over on a broken machine as the inheritors of Kim's failed dream bombard workers' flats. Who knows what will grow from the ruins in Ukraine? Flowers of hope or poisonous thorns and spores of the virus that makes humans kill each other again and again and again.